Welcome to Parking Lot Drunk with Sean Burke and Christian Senrud.
A little sketch for myself, just like, I got to play the content game, I guess.
Yeah?
And I realized the delivery is a lot more difficult than I give it credit for. Because, every line I have ever recited is just reciting how somebody else has already figured out how to say it or was told how to say it.
Yeah.
And then writing my own thing and then hearing it out and be like, oh, you got to really enunciate and figure out your inflections and decide how to, it was a lot more, I just wanted to grip and rip it. And then I played it.
More nuanced.
Yeah. And then I played it back and I'm like, this is mid.
This is embarrassing.
This is kind of. And then I did a trial reel, which like online, they're like, oh, you got to do trial reels. You run 24 hours and it'll really help you get a boost in viewership once it goes live. 2 views from the trial
When did
reel.
you? I didn't even see it.
Well, a trial reel goes to your non-followers.
Oh, okay.
So like, I guess that's like if you have like a big following, then it doesn't cause like a mass drop off when people are like, oh, this fucking sucks.
This is fucking weird. You just get more people on top of it.
Yeah, so I guess it's a way to, yeah, exactly. You just find new followers and then, when you launch the real thing, then it's been a trial run. You got to use a practice girlfriend first.
Yeah, just make sure it all works. Figure out how it all goes down.
Oh, she did not like that part. I'm not doing that for the real deal.
So normal people don't do it this way. Okay.
Yeah.
It's noted. So should I take this mask off then? So, all right.
Mask on, mask off. Okay. Whatever you're into. Well, we're sweating it out in the car hole again. We're back.
Back in the sauna, coming at you hot.
And once again, quarterly pot every 4 months.
We'll get there.
I don't know. I can make excuses and whatever, but 1 week late turns into fucking 3 months real easy.
It's a lot of work to come up with things to talk about for an hour. So we let 4 months go by, let all that build up, and then talk about it again. So
yeah. So
stuff you were psyched about in February, it's coming at you.
Yeah, remember in February?
Yeah.
Remember when that happened? Remember hockey?
Yeah.
Remember when the Team USA went to the...
I don't think the Red Wings are going to lose at all from here on out.
They're going to be doing great. Yzerman's out. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
Turn the page.
Is Larkin still on the team or is...
Yeah.
Did he get this
He's still a captain for 5 more years, so I kind of like the motive like, well, I want to trade, and Yzerman just being like, no. You got to show up for work for the next 5 years with somebody who hates you.
Just the old spite renew.
Yeah.
Let's stay married and make it shittier. Yeah. A lot of the offer sheet shit's been pretty interesting. I'm an armchair fan. I don't know. You know so much more about the hockey, but like the Philly just seemed to fuck everything up.
Oh yeah. I think that seems like a thing that like if Leo Carlson's agent was very tight with Philly, it's like, hey, I need you to push this deal through. They're going to match it. He's a franchise player. Like, they're not going to let you sign him. Just push it. Just give him a ridiculous offer, and they'll have to match.
Bit of dirty pool, but it worked. He got it. And
got that bag.
If people follow suit, it could change things quite a bit. And at some point, people are going to be like, this is a little ridiculous.
Yeah. That's one thing I didn't realize, too, in the NHL, how different it is with, like, the no movement clauses. Like, that's not a thing in other leagues, really. It's like, it's good to know. It kind of puts all the power in the players' control, so.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it is kind of time for change, or it could be time for change because, like, people reference, like, the fact that Crosby's only taken 8.7 his entire career. And granted, $8.7 million is still a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, like, and when that deal was struck, like 8.7 was kind of more along the lines of 15 or 17 in today's dollars.
Yeah.
So Jesus Christ, it is hot.
It is sweltering.
You're like, this
Getting flop sweat.
Yeah, welcome to the parking lot drunk sauna session. We'll be sweating it out to the not news,
Yeah.
the olds. But yeah, and we're in July. We got August, September starts back up. September, October.
Yeah, I think beginning of October it kind of kicks off. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. It's kind of hard to be super into any of that or care that much about it when the world is the shit show that it currently is. So
yeah, truly. It has been kind of fun watching people get excited about the World Cup, even if I'm do you follow or watch it?
not really. It's kind of like one of those things where I'm hyped for the people that are hyped for it. And it's like, all right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there is oddly a large international community within comedy, so seeing people like actually from Spain and Argentina and wherever else like have like a vested interest in their teams is cool, but like USA people like
Yeah.
I've very few, even if you live in America, it's like you like Team Mexico or you like I don't know, fucking Arsenal or one of those.
Yeah.
It's like and I don't even know the other leagues, but I'm in the same boat. I can't. It's so fucking boring.
I've gotten a new kind of respect for it from playing FIFA as much as I have, just because I kind of understand it now, where I'm like, it's just like if football and hockey melded together, where like we're going to find one play that works to get to a point where we can score a goal. It's just that only happens twice a game and the rest is just running laps. And you're like, okay, I get it, guys. But I don't know. It's also weird to, seems very elitist since we're the only country in the entire world that isn't into it.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Team Norway had me feeling some pride. That was Erling Haaland seems like a rad guy, and
the row.
The row's awesome. That's a pretty sick celebration.
And that's like the whole thing about the World Cup. That's cool, is like that type of thing. Outside of the remember the vuvuzelas?
Oh yeah.
That was not
didn't come back.
Not a great cultural moment for, I think, South Africa. I don't know, but
let me sing you the song of my people.
Yeah. As a drone for an hour and 40 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see, like, especially now, all these kind of right wing people have to defend soccer, something that they don't like, but they're like, "Oh, you want America to fail just because of who our president is?" It's like, no, I just don't want him to be able to celebrate it.
Yeah, and then him making a phone call to get a call overturned, like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole, can of worms that we're trying to maybe take a step away from because we were getting a little too serious in a world that's already way too serious. So, but yeah. And then this is serious too, but Norway donated all the proceeds from their FIFA winnings to Gaza. So
that's pretty sick.
Made me proud to be Norwegian.
Yeah.
Which is not I'm not allowed to do that. Like, really? I'm allowed.
It's just one of those things.
We can't celebrate our heritage.
It's just one of those things that you don't want to draw on the wrong people. They're like, Norway, brother, I get it. And you're like, easy.
I tried to joke about that the other night because somebody was talking about how being able to process dairy is a genetic mutation, and like Scandinavians are like one of the only people that are naturally able to process milk. Which, if you think, like, they were an isolated area with Norway's a fucking bog surrounded by fjords. So it's like, we have reindeer meat and we got
this stuff milk. Keeps coming out of this reindeer. Let's let's drink some of it.
Yeah, thousands of years, and their body's like, fine, you win. Like, whatever. Yeah. We're not gonna give up the ghost and just flush you out every single time.
Yeah.
Let's get some good brown cheese.
You've been eating moss for 6 months. We'll let you kind of handle this.
I forget what they call that. Norway has like a brown cheese. It's like a.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, and then like peel off just whole little like shaved slices of it. Like
so, it's like a hard cheese. It's not like a.
Yeah, it's not like
pate thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a brie or something, but it was. It was good. It was good enough. They make their own whiskey out in their cabins. I was like, I like this.
That was a big
These people
thing.
are cool.
My cousin's ex-husband, who's from Czech, like every house has like a winery in their backyard where people just make their own alcohol all the time, and it's like not regulated. So it's like super strong, and they brought back a bottle of it, and it's like pure gasoline. You're like, okay, this is too much. But
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I'm sure that happens a lot still in parts of the country, but that does seem like a tradition that's really fallen out of. I mean, we don't make anything anymore, so that's like,
yeah,
I guess that makes sense. But like, I know like Italian families still will do like make their own wine. Like that's like a traditional thing for men to do, and they're like homebrew. And then like I was just watching like a Parts Unknown or something in Thailand. They do the same thing. They make their own whiskey, and
yeah.
Bourdain's just throwing them back, and you can see him just getting a lot
Yeah, all right.
more red faced and a little more loose in the tongue. That hey, we'll bring it back.
Yeah, that's always the fun part of that show is like, oh wow, he's wasted. You're like, this is kind of weird to watch, but
Yeah, like I wonder what made it to the editing room floor on this episode.
Yeah.
Like what?
because he just said it's 8:15 at night, so
Sorry, thought we had a rat. Maybe
yeah.
rat. I live in a way where sometimes I see little brown flakes on the counter, and I'm like, I don't know if that's food or that might be rat shit. Well, we did have the one rat, and I won. I got
Yeah.
him. Didn't feel good about it. I'm at a real point where I don't feel good about beating animals anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
I killed the rat. I was like, God damn it! Like, I didn't know a simpler solution.
I get like
here.
if it's like one of those things like if you run a farm, you're just kind of like these pests I need to get out because otherwise it'll eat this and do this. But like people are like, I fucking got him. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I'm even at the point with flies where I'm just like, hey man, like I know you're doing what you got to be doing, but like you can't
Respectfully, I'm going to ask you to leave.
You got to go out, do it outside.
Yeah.
Do it wherever you want, but just don't do it in here. I literally like I managed to capture one at midnight the other night because he was flying around and I could hear him. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep with this fucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna try to get him out peacefully, and if I can, I can, and if not, I'm gonna take a towel, and that's that. But I got him outside. So thanks, Karma. I'm sure I'll not get butt fucked for that.
Yeah. It is sweltering in here.
Yeah, we're making 13 minutes. Should we
Jesus.
We could do a living room episode. Be like, we've picked up shop.
Yeah. It is.
We could try a fan.
Yeah, maybe let's try that.
Here in the background a little. Whatever. Fuck it.
You say we're
Hello?
on location.
We're in an airfield. All right, still recording. Here we go.
Back at it.
All right.
Still sweating.
All right, we're gonna burn through this episode.
It's going to be 17 minutes
All right,
long.
Summer episodes. We're on summer vacation. Things are gonna get a little shorter because
15-minute intro and a 45-minute silence.
Yeah, why do we got to keep hooving to an hour episode every single time?
Yeah.
We can do what we can. Maybe shorter episodes. Maybe this is the key. We'll do shorter episodes.
Yeah.
Like, fucking an hour of this shit. No,
Jesus.
We're back. All right. It is summer. It's July. 4th of July. Wonderful. How was your 4th of July?
It was good. Just kind of putzed around the beach area down by me, El Segundo, and I realized that the big, when they send all the cops to like the big kind of event of the year, it was just cops walking around. Well, now they all have e-bikes, and they have like fleets of them. I saw like a trailer pulling up with like probably 100 e-bikes on it. And it was like, wow, you guys can't even pedal anymore. Cool. All right.
Well, you got to compete with what's out there, so you can't be pedaling down after a perp that's on an e-bike.
A 12-year-old on a fucking dirt bike.
All these youths on their e-bikes and their e-cigarettes and their e-bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is funny. I mean, weren't they on what are they called? The standing upright
Oh, the segways.
The Jobs, the segways.
That's what. Yeah, I feel like that's what they're called, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, for sure. Which is, I did a Segway tour with my family one time, and that was one of those times where it's just like you just gotta lean into it and have a good time.
Yeah.
So
you're like, we're on vacation. This is it.
We're on vacation in my hometown, but all the same, they're on vacation.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't live here.
Yeah. Why have a bad time with it? Why not just like, you know what? This is silly, but yes, and
Yeah.
yes, and my life.
The older
today.
I get, the more I've been able to kind of get rid of that shame.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
but what is it like? Because that is something that you have to outgrow. But why is it there to begin with? Where you're just
it's just trying to get along and be like, all right. I equated it to like high school, where you're just like all the dumb things that you do in high school just to kind of get by. Where you're like, okay, I won't say anything if this guy's making fun of somebody that he clearly should not be making fun of. You're just like, I just got to keep my head down and get out of here. It's like prison in that respect of like, don't rock the boat, just get out. And the older you get, you're just like, why do I have to shower before I go to the grocery store? Am I going to meet a model at the grocery store? And then I just come in there. And
that would be the day, though. That would be the day that you run into whoever and you shoot your shot, and she's like, no, grease pig. No, thank you. Not today.
You smell like Fritos. Why do you smell like Fritos?
You smell like the items you're purchasing. So what are you in a time warp? How'd that happen? But no, I mean, but like conversely, like is in high school, I at least maybe because I was just so insecure, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to do that, Mom. This fucking lame, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be seen doing this. And now it's just like, who cares?
Yeah. I've definitely gotten that way.
Who cares?
Of like everything my parents would be like in public, I would just get real cringy at, and like, let's just don't talk to the hostess that way. Like, let's just go.
Oh, I'll still get that every now and then, but that's I think it's warranted because sometimes people get a little too friendly with the wait staff and a little too chummy, and they've had a few too many, and it does get a little uncomfortable. So. But that's just another opportunity to say yes and like, all right, whatever.
Let's play this out.
You know what? He's trying to be friendly, so that's good enough. Like everyone here is uncomfortable, but maybe we can find a way to make it not. Just like play along. Let's all have a good time.
Let's just get through this. Yeah.
I guess it's just the other side of the same coin of let's just put our heads down and get through this. Have a good time. But fourth was mellow here. I went camping right before it, and then thought about extending the trip, and then just the thought of having to drive back out on 4th of July and find a site.
That's kind of like the mode of that I get into, like big kind of events like that, like the 4th of July, New Year's, all that type of stuff, where I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere around people right now because it's going to be chaos. No matter where I go or what I try to do, it's just going to be chaos. So in the LA area, it's that way, but I'm sure every other else in the country, it's like pretty mellow and you can kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, outside of New York or Chicago or some major city, but like just the amount of fireworks, it just like still, and I know I'm getting old, and I know they're fun, and we had our fun with fireworks growing up and whatever, but I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to take my dogs and be away from all of it.
Yeah.
And this year wasn't as bad as last year. It was a fucking war zone. So this year, oddly for the 250th, not as crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I think because like by my house, I can hear fireworks from a long ways away. So they start like on the 2nd, and then they don't stop until the 5th.
Of June.
And it's just straight. It doesn't, I don't understand how that's even possible, but that's all I hear for that amount of time. It sounds like somebody shooting anti-aircraft guns.
It is crazy. Like I was driving home, and the amount of daylight fireworks is just criminal. Like I don't understand. Like I was driving home from somewhere, and I was coming down, I think Alamitos in Long Beach, which isn't a terrible part of town by any means, but literally people were shooting fireworks over the street, like a pretty main street.
Oh yeah.
And like one zinged over the top of my car, and I was like, damn, if I had my windows down. That could have come into my car.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of a war zone, which I didn't remember last year. It just seemed louder last year. But
I've noticed driving up from Orange County on like the 405 and the 5, I've seen people shoot them into the freeway at cars, and you're just like, okay, this is a bit much, but
yeah, what are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm not
are
sure
you
if
trying to cause a fucking pile
if it's
up?
just how they had them angled and they weren't aware where they're going, like the paper lantern thing, where they're like, "Well, it's not my problem anymore. It's I can't see it, so it's not starting a forest fire."
When I was in Michigan at the beginning of the year, and my aunt had bought a bunch of the paper lanterns, and pretty much everybody was like, "Yeah, we don't." Kind of a bad look. Don't really want to do it. You don't know what ends up happening with them. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm still gonna do them." She was just lighting them off on her own after a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah, I don't pay taxes here.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
well, I bought them. I wanted them. I am gonna do them.
Yeah.
So, like, all right. I mean, it's nice and wet in Michigan right now, so probably fine.
Yeah.
Just back where everyone looks like me and my dad. Just an evolution of me and my dad.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a certain type of Midwesterner that is very apparent when you get there, especially coming from California, where you run into people that try very hard to look the way that they look here. There, not so much.
Yeah,
It's just like, this is what normal people are supposed to look like.
yeah, and they all look like my dad. Like the neck and the head just kind of
Yep.
become one thing, and they just kind of all meld in the same white
Wouldn't
guy.
look out of place, fighting over a parking spot type
No,
of look.
freaking out over a spot in line at the grocery store. Just right at home.
Yeah.
But 4th of July, Newport and down on Horny Corner got overrun by youths this year.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that a few places where they're talking about that.
I guess it was like a TikTok takeover, which I could have looked into.
Is that the
it.
one they're brawling?
In Long Beach? There was, I believe there was.
I just saw
some-
footage of like all these groups of like 17-year-olds just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm like, good for them.
yeah,
Because like all the old people on Nextdoor and whatever else other app were like, "That's what's happened. Where are the parents?" Blah blah. I'm like, this is what kids are supposed to be doing in the summertime.
Yeah.
Wiling out, scaring old people. That's what the whole design of young people. Young people scare old people, and I was getting a little worried because most of them not that scary. I'm like, I'm not afraid of you on your e-bike. I'm annoyed,
Yeah.
but I'm not. It's every now and then, like, I feel like, I don't know, I should be more detached from youth than I am, but, like, running into people at the skate park, I'm just like, ugh, look at these fucking nerds.
it's also like I just don't. My interaction with them is solely on the bike lanes, where it's like, "Hey, on your left, could you please move?" And then they just stare at you of like, "Hey, move! Just get out of my way." Like, you can see how you're standing in the center of the path, right? Don't.
Oh, this fucking old guy. Yeah, but that's the old man just creeping up. And
Yeah.
it's just like, these fucking kids.
These goddamn kids with their TikToks and vape pens. Make
Go
me
get-
feel insecure.
Go get into punk rock and have a show in a fucking sweaty basement.
Yeah.
What are you doing out here? Just with your broccoli ass haircut.
Go blow off your ring finger with a works bomb like I almost did.
with the what bomb?
Do you remember the Works?
Works
The
bomb?
the cleaning liquid called Works? The Works?
What about it?
Okay, this is a very specific Midwestern thing. Then you would put, okay, this is a COA. Don't make these because you will blow off your hand. It's like Works in like aluminum foil in like a 2-liter bottle, and then you shake it up and throw it, and then the pressure builds and it explodes. I don't know how it works. I don't remember the chemistry of it, but it was a big thing where people would just be walking around with 2-liter bottles full of Works and have toilet or aluminum foil pieces all torn up so they can throw them in there and then throw the thing and it would explode.
Who figured that out?
I have no idea. Probably some anarchist cookbook person, but
Dude, I bought the Anarchist Cookbook, and they if that was ever part of that, it is
no,
not
no,
in
no.
there anymore.
It wasn't. I don't even know how this was developed.
Because that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Like, when shit hits the fan, I want
Yeah.
I want some recipes, but apparently works bombs. Don't make them. Don't make them.
Yeah.
Don't cut down flock cameras.
I just had friends that were shaking them, being like, hey, man, you should throw that. Hey, man, throw it now. Why are you still shaking? It's like, no, man, it's got to go a little longer. And then it'll explode in their hands. But yeah, just fun, youthful adventures.
Just young patriotism.
Just building bombs.
Have you watched the Unabomber Have you watched any Unabomber documentary or listened to anything?
I mean, not anything new, but I've seen them before.
Yeah, I just for whatever reason I think on our trip up to camping we were listening to a podcast, and I was just like, I don't know, you kind of get, depending on your echo chamber, I guess you get kind of a different skew of what that dude was about, and like listening to some podcasts and interviews and stuff, I'm just like, man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, in theory, what he was talking about, and
if you read like his manifesto or whatever, anything, it seems pretty pragmatic.
Yeah,
It seems pretty
I
level-headed.
think that was the side of things that I was getting like enchanted by, where I'm like, technology is going to ruin us. We are getting way too independent, or way too dependent on it, and we're all just melding into technology itself and blah blah blah. But then like you listen to like how he became the Unabomber and who he was attacking, and like his whole, like, for a fucking literal genius, the dude sucked at what he was doing. Like,
well, he also had his mind like warped and shredded from LSD experiments and MK Ultra when he was like 15. But
I don't know if you're talking about the same. He had a volunteer study when he was in Harvard, and that was FBI sanctioned. And I do think they had LSD involved, but like he claimed that it was greatly over exaggerated, which, it can't really take. If you've been brainwashed or whatever, like, you can't really take the victim's word for it. But like, I listened to 2 podcasts, and one was like, this was what broke him. This is what turned him into the Unabomber. That like he was, emotionally abused for years, and then this other one was this other podcast, like, pretty much just glazed over it. Just was like, yeah, he did it, but then they played like some audio of him like in the interview and him like clapping back a bit, where there like somebody was like attacking like his base philosophies on life, and Kaczynski was like, it's like, you haven't really refuted anything I've said, you're just attacking me. And he was kind of standing his ground more. But all the same is like, yeah, he probably for sure was warped, and he did have like something fucked up in his, like, when he was 9 months old, he had like all these hives. He broke out into hives repeatedly, and like he was, in a very probably important time to have human contact from your mother and your parents, and to be like nurtured in like a very physical, nurturing environment. He was removed and like, basically
bubble boy for
harassed by God, covered in painful sores and shit. So, could that have done it? But
it's also like the whole thing of like, could you believe this crazy smart person lost it? It's like, yes. If you lived in a world where you were smarter than every single person you came across, that would be infuriating. Why are you acting this way?
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me, man.
Not me. Not us, right?
Yeah. Not a chance. But
yeah.
I definitely can see it, because even like, just even if you have like what you consider common sense, like the amount of times you're just like, have the thought like, is anybody else seeing this? Is everybody just okay with this shit? And then like you up the fucking dosage on your IQ, and then also remove yourself from society for 2 decades plus, and add, FBI fucking MK Ultra like psychological harassment tactics on you, which were voluntary, by the way. Like, why people kept doing it?
Well, from everything I've heard about MK Ultra is that, hey, we're going to give you this thing and make you do these tests. They didn't tell you what the thing was or what was going to happen. So you just start tripping balls, and they're not explaining any of this to you. They're just watching you like, oh, what do you mean? So like they're kind of gaslighting you as it's happening.
Yeah.
But again, who knows how much of that is
Yeah.
the truth or that's just kind of
Maybe we can do
sensationalized.
a deeper dive on like those psychological, those kind of.
Because that one dude jumped out of the window.
Yeah.
So.
And I guess like maybe I should. I'm always speaking out of term and out of my depth. That's just what.
That's what podcasts are for, baby.
Half cocked. That's what this is all about. But
yeah,
I guess like I'm underplaying the acid part of things because like, yeah, just the volunteer aspect of it and just like I mean having to write out and lay out your what you believe in life and what matters. And then going in repeatedly to have somebody older and an government official ridicule those beliefs and make you question all of them, all of your base beliefs. That even if you do stand your ground, like you probably will have the echoing voice in their head, like, well, why is it that way? Why you're a piece of shit for thinking that? Or whatever. So especially if you're on acid, I mean, my little dip my toe into the world of acid. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Things could go off the rails pretty quickly.
Yeah. Andy wasn't he like 16 in college? Like he was young.
That was a good point.
Like
that.
So before you have a time to develop your own kind of personal thoughts on the world, you're being told.
And even beyond that, just like I feel like that's definitely a thing because like the people that fucked around real hard with drugs before like mid-college years, I feel like they got ruined harder because like people that were doing acid and I don't know, maybe it's just the people that I knew who did it, but or people that were kind of emotionally or like psychologically prone to depression or bipolar or manic depressive or whatever, like the having like a lot of weed or doing acid or doing whatever early on, but I feel like the concrete's still wet when you're 16, 17, and then like once you hit like 2021, it's setting, and if you're just fucking throwing drugs into the mix, you're kind of scrambling the brain for a while.
Yeah,
so it's hard to break it and reset it, but I don't know. Take that for my 3 semesters of psychology.
Psychological.
I went to Duquesne. Yeah. That's a fun little Unabomber tangent, but like he also like the people he hurt weren't even it was like he killed like a guy that owned a computer store in like suburban Washington and shit.
It was also just like there was like a daughter of one of the professors that he sent it to. Like he didn't even do the research to see like who was there or who would. But I don't know. Maybe he just didn't care. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just sending shit in the mail, it's not a smart bomb and it's not a heat-seeking missile.
No,
so it's I guess it's the message or like it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
But also, he killed a bunch of dogs. I did like.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
When he was like in Montana before he was like the Unabomber, he had a neighbor apparently who I mean they've never like proved it I guess, but like he had a neighbor whose dogs would routinely come onto his property, and his whole thing was like being secluded and having peace to himself, and like that's what started to like turn him was when like the logging community.
You're ruining my beautiful 4x4 shack that I live in.
My shack where I shit in a bucket. I'm a genius, by the way.
You guys are all living life terribly wrong.
You got to get back to nature and shit in a bucket.
Y'all need to talk to Jesus.
But yeah, but his neighbor, he like his neighbor kept having dogs like get sick and then die and they were like finding out that they were being poisoned with strychnine, and the thought was
fuck that.
It was fucking Ted next door just like abusing them and like because I guess they'd come back with like wounds and injured, and then then started dying too. So fuck him.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I never heard about that.
Yeah. Time Suck with Dan Cummins. It was a good time. He's fun. He's a fun listening.
Is that the guy with like the 7-hour podcast?
No, that's Dan Carlin.
Oh, okay.
He does like the hardcore history where he'll do like one thing and it is like a 16-hour.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I made it
saga.
15 minutes into the first one, and I was like,
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Some, I mean, they're pretty interesting. Like it's definitely like the older I get, the more I'm like, this is gonna be like this is my Ted Burns or Ken Burns.
Yeah.
Ted Burns. Ted Bundy.
Ted Burns.
It's my kid Mert. But yeah, pretty. That's about as deep a dive as you can really get.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
Just like very specific little pieces of history.
That's the one thing I've been, I don't know, struggling with isn't the right word, but like the amount of extra research I have to do on something now
Oh yeah.
is exhausting. Because it's like, read a headline, go check a news source, check what side, like where's that news source, what's their agenda coming from? Is this truthful? Check that source. Find another source that can kind of prove this. Okay, now I can bring it up to my friends.
What's
like,
the bias, the innate bias that's coming from this news source?
That's like ground news. That's like been the key thing of like, oh, I haven't heard about this. Let's go check it on ground news. This is coming from 100% right wing side. Oh, so it's fake. Cool. I won't bring that back up. But
yeah, I every time I see something that I'm like psyched about, I immediately like have to be like, is it true? Like Lindsey Graham's dead. Ooh. Is
yeah.
it true? Like Mitch McConnell's missing.
It was-
Like, ooh.
I read an article that was, who knows with Mitch McConnell, but it said like Mitch McConnell, they received calls that he was dead. And then like 5 minutes later, it's like Lindsey Graham died. I was like, we got a twofer? Holy shit.
Comes in threes.
This is awesome. And then they're like, whatever, Weekend at Bernie's Mitch is not confirmed yet. I was like, no one can go to the hospital
Yeah,
and see the empty bed that he's not in.
yeah, that's the conspiracy that I've been hearing is they're gonna try to keep him alive for as long as they can.
Also, the shit about Lindsey Graham's sister. Hey, are you a politician? Do you know what you're doing? No. Here, you got his job.
Again, that's like just is anybody else seeing this shit? That's like the whole world right now is like, are we allowing this to happen? And what are the I don't know, we're just all expecting the system to work, and it doesn't, and we're like, why isn't anybody doing anything about this?
That was the shit about like the Graham Plattner allegation or whatever that is. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed yet.
The sexual assault.
But that's fucking gnarly, and he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But that was like the day where I was like, fuck, man, that seemed like a good chance to win that seat. And then you see like other Republican politicians, like that Ken Paxton in Texas, who's like with his mistress in Iceland right now, who's been like kicked out of his own party. It's just like, we're not on the same level field of like rules here. Like, we're not even close to the same level of consequences for anything.
And it's just like the suspension of disbelief on both sides, but it's just from our perspective, the right is just so absurd because it's like this is the Christian side, this is like the traditional family values side, and it's just like, well, it's not like but
look at every leader you have.
But then it's just like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's been 10 years of trying to be like pointing out logical facts, be like, not that because that, not that because that, and they're just like, nope, it's what I believe, that's what they say. He says he's this, he's that, and it's just like, all right, well,
that's why like it's so absurd to see them try to shoehorn this common sense thing. They're like, well, I just believe I can dunk a basketball. It's just common sense. Like I played basketball in junior high, so yeah, I believe I can dunk a basketball, so it's common sense. You're like, that's not common sense. You're just making up bullshit and then saying it's common sense.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating as a human being in the world right now. But
yeah, absolutely. And like it's it's just fucking.
What are we gonna do?
We're a broken record at this point.
What are you gonna do? Just go mail some packages to?
All I'm saying is, if you were gonna do that, current day, it'd be just as easy, if not easier, with all the Amazon boxes that are just on everybody's porch. All I'm like,
that's like the guy
not giving anybody ideas. Don't do it.
The
it's
guy
bad,
who would do those bait packages that had like the glitter machine and the fart machine in the box.
Yeah, do a fart machine for, Pete Hegseth.
Yeah.
Send him a nice,
Do a fart machine with dynamite.
just a lot, a lot more sulfur than.
Yeah.
But again, we don't condone violence, and we're not promoting it. We're
No.
just, they're just speculating on possibilities and where things could and might and might
Yeah.
go. But yeah, it's and like the insider training shit is like it's not even it's like it's so blatant and out in the open.
Like the teleprompter dude.
Yeah, and
It's like that's what I mean. Is like I'm gonna take out a $4 million bet that I'm gonna have pizza tonight. I'm gonna go order pizza. Look, I just made $4 million. Like that's essentially what they're doing.
And no one and what who's gonna stop them? That's where it's at. Is try and stop us. It's just it's that Simpsons graphic from try and stop us. Like we're America. We're just gonna do whatever we want. We're the ruling class, and like.
I mean it has become very apparent how terrified they are about the midterms, though, where they're like, "Oh shit, we're all going to jail forever if this doesn't go our way."
Yeah, well, it's a big if. At this point, I have no faith in the democratic process or party.
Yeah.
But I'm dumb. I'm openly dumb. That's it. That's just I'm dumb. So
End of sentence.
period. Maybe a smarter person could explain why there's still hope or what we should and could be doing, but I don't have the answers. I'm just here to talk about Ted Kaczynski and diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's my MO. That's my whole
That's
brand.
that's what's on my business card.
Bombing toilets and bombing.
University professors. Yeah, that's another thing about this administration that is so comically inept is the things we're dealing with. Hey, we didn't wash the lettuce because the government said we don't have to anymore. Isn't that a bad thing? I don't know. Just eat it.
Yeah, it's probably a fucking commandment down from RFK. Like, don't wash your vegetables.
Yeah.
Like, I do
Eat
love
it off the toilet seat.
I do love that these outbreaks are. I feel like they're always a vegetable. It's always from like unwashed vegetables.
Yeah.
That somebody shit in. Like Al Madrigal had the bit years and years ago about how like migrant workers. That's how they were firing back, is they were shitting in the cilantro that they knew they were going to white grocery stores. And and I'm like, well, fuck, good for them. Like,
Yeah, all right.
If they're gonna be treated like that way, just if they're gonna get shit on
By
they're
any
gonna get
means necessary, man.
So
Go for it.
But like Chipotle, it's always fucking vegetables.
Yeah. That's the main one that I was remembering is
Chipotle had to have been like, God, thank God, it's not us this time.
I just like how the response is like, well, Taco Bell's doing is like Taco Bell's has been getting us diarrhea for 30 years. Like it's not them.
And if you're not fucking not inoculated by now, just stop going, man.
That's on you. You should know.
You made your choice. You know what was open at 2 a.m.
And they're like, oh no, we traced it back to this one company that is a huge donor to the Trump administration. And you're like, think they had anything to do with it? Nah.
I mean, yeah, but that's sort of like, it's sort of convenient because every company that's like, especially in agriculture, I feel like all of them are fucking, they all donate to the Republican Party, especially like MAGA.
That's the one thing is like all super conservative, like my family that is like, oh, we need to end these regulations. They're like, what? So it's less safe for you? So like your food's poisoned and then the buildings you go into won't be safe to leave?
Yeah, and all the libertarians that are like, oh, the market will sort itself out. And it's like, no, it fucking won't. No one ever holds themselves accountable. And, like, consumers have proven that, like, collectively we're too fragmented and there's too much well poisoning to ever fucking come together and agree to a point where we have, like, the momentum to actually cause change. Because it's just, like, as soon as one narrative's chosen, they spike it. And then it's just everybody's infighting enough. So it's just like... Fuck.
Billionaires telling hundredaires to defend them, and then they do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny seeing that kind of happen. Like, just I don't know. I'm pretty myopic, I guess, so I just bring everything back to my point of view. But like the people will attack like a millionaire comedian, and then just seeing all the like open mic comics go to the defense of fucking Dave Chappelle or Tom Segura or Shane Gillis or whatever, and it's just like. I don't agree with it. Like I disagree with a lot of what whoever says, but it's also just like whatever jokes. But like almost did it for Shane Gillis. I'm like, people are like shitting on him. Like, what did I miss? Like, is this dude even funny? I'm like, he just sold out. He just broke a Guinness Book of World Records for the fucking most tickets sold to a live comedy event by a single single comic. So you might not think he's funny, but enough other people do that they fucking broke a record. So, but again, democracy doesn't work and has failed us miserably. So maybe that.
Yeah, that's like everyone talks about the capitalist system was like, oh, it's the perfect system. Name a socialist system that has ever worked. And like, well, the only reason capitalism works is because we bail out companies all the time that fail.
With socialism, because the people at the top get socialism, and then the rest of us get to argue about why socialism doesn't work.
It's like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps while I get millions of dollars in government subsidies.
Yeah, and no system's perfect because they're all man-made. So it's like, yeah, democracy and capitalism have been the best so far, but it's like, maybe it's time to edit. Maybe it's time to...
I just like the pushback against all these democratic socialists that like, they're like, they think you should have free childcare. They think you should be able to do this. And they're like, yeah, it sounds pretty great. Like,
pushing, like, I haven't heard any, I don't know. Like, I guess I haven't been looking for it, but anybody that like has any qualms with Mamdani, I'm like, what is he doing that is not help? What he's doing what he said he was going to be doing.
Yeah.
So,
and he's like showing that every other politician before him just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, full of shit. They'd rather take they'd rather take the easy route, take the check, and not do. They'd rather make the people like at their level happy rather than serve the people beneath them. So
consequences, Donnie.
All right.
That's all we got.
West Coast. We need a West Coast Mom Donnie. It'll be me.
We've got a few. Nithya Raman in L.A. Hopefully she can win in November. I think November. I don't know.
All right, we're officially endorsing Parking Lot Drunk.
Yeah, Democratic Socialist.
I don't know anything about this person, but Sean is my guru.
I just saw the one thing where I was like, cool. Yeah, she sounds like she's pretty smart. And I could vote for her. And then I get the primary thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm in an unincorporated part of Los Angeles, so I don't get to vote on that. It's like, all right, well, I tried.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to have a bigger pool of smart people that are actually tuned in, because what primary or whatever we just had, I was like, day of, I'm like,
yeah. I had like 5 different voter guides out, and I was like cross-checking to make sure. Like,
and then like the one they send you kind of doesn't say anything real, where it's just like they all kind of refute each other, and I'm like, I don't know. Who do I call? Sean, Dad, help me. I had to call my dad today for a math problem because I still don't know fucking algebra. It's like,
and you couldn't find the answer on your phone or anything, or is it?
I was doing an electrician's thing, and like it was just whatever. It's boring, but it's essentially I'm sure it's a very simple fucking mathematical equation, but it was like adding fractions underneath a fucking divider line. And then dividing
like the sum of
you need to take the sum of this and then inverse it or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't fucking understand what any of this is. And like once I broke it down into pieces, I got it. But like when I'm just looking at it, I'm just like,
I couldn't do math like 2 years removed from high school. Like,
dude, I couldn't do math in high school. So, like, having to do it now in my fucking 40s.
It's like a movie that you saw 20 years ago that you're trying to remember how it ends, and you're like...
Not even how... like,
don't you have to carry this? Where do you put this?
PEMDAS, and, like, you throw a fucking bracket or something in there, I'm fucked.
Oh, yeah. No idea.
Yeah, I know there's a way to simplify this, and I'd love to know, but
I think that's why I went to art school, is because I'm like, I'm writing this off. I'm not going to do this anymore, and I'm going to art school.
Well, like, I'm doing this electrician's thing, like, at least it's like a practical application where maybe I don't understand, like, where why you're taking 1 over x of whatever. Like, I don't understand how that equates or why that got figured out, but also just like at least I'm understanding where it's supposed to go and why. Like maybe not why as much, but like all right, we're trying to figure out the voltage within a fucking circuit within and the current and this and that, and it all.
You're not just solving for X.
Yeah, it's not just some like amorphous like idea of like, well, just take the cosine. I'm like, I don't. Who's what's a sine? What's a cosine?
I also in junior high, I went through core math. Did you guys have that?
I think so.
Whereas like a hypothetical math program that was later. I'm not 100% sure on this, so don't get at me if I'm wrong here. But I feel like it got discredited after I graduated high school. So I'm like, I have I would say elementary school knowledge of math because of that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Jimmy jumped on a train. How does that make Jimmy feel? So that thing kind of messed up my entire math situation. So I just kind of wrote it off. And then I got to high school and college where it's like, this is the simplest math. And I was struggling.
Same, yeah.
And they're like, you are a dumb person, Sean.
I don't know what happened, if I like signed up for the wrong classes or what, but there were a few times where I'm just like, nope, this is above my pay grade. And then I'm like, word problem math, yay!
Yeah. I had a teacher, my first year at college, said, this is basic stuff. How are you not grasping this? And I was like, I am going to drop this class in 15 minutes and never look back.
And beat you up because you're being mean to me, and I'm an adult now.
It was like some 60-year-old asshole working community college who just was over it. And I get it, man. No, I totally understand.
Yeah. I mean, it would be frustrating for year after year if you're like, well, how have they not figured this out? I'm like, I don't know, man, but I didn't. So it's your job now.
Gotta get a pass? You just pass me through here?
Yeah, that's a fun little idea. Like, I feel like the teachers sleeping with their students in college used to be like a pretty just everyday cavalier thing.
It was kind of big in high school.
Well, that's a no-no. That's surely.
I'm talking school administrators and students, which is even worse.
Yeah, that's bad.
On school grounds.
Yeah. That's fireable offenses. But, like, in college, everybody's consenting adults in theory. But, like, if you can sleep with your student, can you fight your teacher? I think that should be allowed.
That's a domestic situation, not...
I feel like that should be allowed.
Yeah. We're going to hook up and I'm going to tag you. I'm going to hit you right in the face.
Skin's going to be hitting skin. That's all I'm saying. One or both ways. But
dude, that's one thing I think I messed up with my Instagram algorithm.
You should have slept with your teachers.
No, just the parking lot fight game that is everywhere on like people fighting people because they took their parking spot or jumped on the charging station wrong. And I was like, my whole algorithm is fucked now because I'm like, this just bums me out to watch like a 30-year-old beat up a 60-year-old over a parking spot. I was like, this is how the civilization is going to end.
Yeah. And I need to get better at saying like every single time, but I've had that same thought with those kind of fight videos, even if I agree with the people that are doing the beating, I am just getting over seeing somebody just get completely manhandled with 24 people around with cameras. It just seems so cowardly and just animalistic to just swarm on somebody and then just be filming them on your phone or taking photos. Everybody's boots on the ground journalist now, and it's like you're not. You're just trying to go for views, which if you are a part of the news cycle or independent journalist or whatever, great. But if you're just some dickhead that's in world starring somebody getting their ass kicked, it's just right or wrong. It's
just emotionally even if it's like a racist who's totally justified getting his ass beat.
And you love to see it.
It's just like a thing where you look at the fourth one of those, and you start to feel real bad about who you are as a person. You're like, am I just watching fight videos?
Well, you just feel bad about, like, this is where we're at now. It's just, I'm glad that a Klansman's getting the shit kicked out of him, but also just the seeing, just, he's got no backup. Like, the fight's been won, so,
I don't know. It's just one of those old man things where I'm like, ugh, this is not. After the rush of like, fuck that dude, yeah, punch his old racist ass.
You're taking the fun out of it at a certain point where you're like, oh, they got him. Oh no, it's not pulling somebody off of the fight when it's already been won.
Yeah,
where you're like, now you've taken the. Now you have not won gracefully, and you're ruining it for everyone.
Yeah.
This could have been all our victory, and instead, now we feel bad.
Yeah. Not
because a racist got his ass kicked. Never, but just how it was done, maybe.
Yeah.
But this is way above my pay grade, but I've had the thought, I don't know a lot about the collective subconscious or unconscious, but my understanding it's sort of like a pool of unconscious, subconscious, and
it's like pluribus.
Yeah, we're all kind of like tapped into it in some level. And I feel like just with the amount of exposure we're having and just stimulation that like we're kind of like draining whatever subconscious pool there was now. And it's just
we're taking all the dopamine.
Yeah, there's like I feel like we were able to reset before. Like, I don't know. I'd love to. I feel like in 30, 50 years, people are going to be able to do studies on just like the amount of overexposure we have nowadays, and just the tremendous horror that it's unleashed because it's just we're all. I don't have the language to really explain myself the way that I'd like to, so this is just going to sound like rambling. But like, you know how like when something's never been done, but then once somebody cracks it or a topic is explained, and then everybody can understand it. Yeah. So it's like that, but on a much broader scale. Where like in skateboarding, it's once one tricks get a trick that people have never thought possible, and no one could do it.
It's like the space race.
Yeah.
Like
then once it's happened, it just becomes standard.
Yeah.
And that kind of seems like it's happened with everything, where it's just like this visibility and awareness has become so ever present that now like it's just been sucked up here, and now we're just like I don't know, like whatever we were tapping back into in our sleep during our reset is just not there anymore because our brain's just like completely ravaged. Now that's brought to you by LSD. That's your MK Ultra's ramble for today. But just chew on that, Sean. What you think about that on the way?
Pretty wild stuff.
I'm
pretty smart.
I don't know. I don't have the language or the words. I'm not word smart, but you know what I'm saying. Like there's like a big pool, and like now it's like everybody's been taking a sip out of this big pool.
The older I get, like the wider kind of historical angle that I take on things, whereas like thinking about what did Rome look like right before it fell?
Like this.
And that type of thing of like everything's kind of cyclical of itself. So like this, I don't know. I think about that stuff a lot in that sense of like the end of human civilization type of thing. A lot within the past couple of years for unknown reasons. But I don't know. The older you get, you kind of think about mortality a lot more and like that type of thing where you're like, this is fucking, I don't want to be having these thoughts.
Yeah, I mean,
how much fun hockey is.
Yeah, it is sort of the cycle of things where it just gets to the point where something's going to happen and the balloon's going to pop and it's going to be reset in some capacity. Like every, happened to the Sumerians, it happens to the Babylonians, Egyptians, Europe. It's everybody's got their turn. Everybody's got their time in this. Not everybody, but you get your time in the sun, and the sun blows up. So,
I was watching that show Silo. You ever watch that?
I have not.
But there's a point where they're talking about dirty bombs and stuff, and they're like, well, Iran did this. And You're like, this is I can't watch this.
Yeah, too heavy.
You're talking about things that are actually happening right now that are like, this could be real life. Yeah.
Take me to Widow's Bay. I need a reset. I need to turn.
What a great show.
It's so good.
It's like, hey, we're going to have some jokes, but it's also going to have some genuine scary stuff in it.
Yeah, I haven't gone from like legitimate terror to crying, laughing in just a hairpin turn, and I don't know ever, and just so well done, visually, story wise,
Whole cast, phenomenal,
love it, and that's what we need. We need to tune out every now and then.
Yeah,
just
see a spooky story. It's
I've been getting into X-Files. I never was a big X-Files guy. I started watching.
I started rewatching it a couple years ago. Same thing.
It's a good mix. It's a good blend of like serious enough, but also you're detached. It's not.
It's also got a really good time capsule of like the early '90s.
Yeah,
where you're like, oh, I remember those phones, or like all these weird little things of like, if they had a cell phone right now, this entire show is over 7 minutes into the show. Yeah, it's just it's also a weird thing.
No one got a photo of that.
You're like Vince Gilligan basically is the executive producer through most of it and like wrote a lot of the episodes, and you're like, this makes a lot of sense. See a lot of Breaking Bad crossover, but
yeah. Have you gotten the violent diarrhea parasite? Explosive
I have not. Thank knock on wood. I mean, maybe I have. I've just been eating some weird things, but I had some questionable Indian food a couple weeks ago. But no, not like. The scariest thing about that is that 2 weeks to a couple months. A couple months? What?
What kind of contamination was this, and how are you?
And you can't wash it off? Like, they're like, our advice is just not to eat produce. What?
Maybe that parking lot drunk can come out with a vegetable wash and be like 99% sure
it's bleach.
Well,
don't look at the back. It's bleach.
I mean, statistically, you could just say, it's probably going to be safe.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that actually get the parasite, and you're like, well, we can afford it. With all the money we made.
We said probably. Sorry.
We can pay off the one person that did get the parasite with the profits from everybody that didn't.
I just like the tone from the government is like, well, it's these guys. No, it's because you cut all this funding. No, it's because Taco Bell did it.
Yeah. And just like, again, the cartoonish level of not trying with like just the news cycle just coming out and being like violent diarrhea parasite.
Yeah.
You're just like, you don't want to give it a cool
like an idiocracy blurb.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like a real thing. And then you like, we're really doing this? Jesus Christ.
We got U.S. has violent diarrhea outbreak, and we have a clown in power.
You think Iran's scared of us? Think they're scared of a bunch of people rolling up in diapers?
Yeah, I just saw a clip, and it goes back to what you said about, I saw the clip, but I didn't do any background research or to see if it was any truth to it. But Iran had like a room full of cash that they took off of like a suspected Mossad agent, and it was just all U.S. cash. And you're just like, Iran's kind of doing the Lord's work here.
That's like watching those Lego. Have you seen those Lego AI videos that they've put out? Mm-hmm. They've been putting them out ever since this thing started, but it pretty much nails the tone of like what a kind of leftist 20-year-old would put out in America. But there's like jokes about the Epstein files and all these things. I was like, I'm confused about what side I'm on right now because I live here. Yeah. But they're bringing up some good points. And they're terrible. They shoot protesters over there. Like, I don't know. It's a very conflicted time to be like, they're bad. We're also bad.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're just coming to the realization that we're all terrible.
Yeah. People are the worst.
We all need to do better.
Yeah.
Top down, especially the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't do any research. I didn't do any research about that.
I mean, there's not a lot of research to
Just
go.
turns out it gives you violent diarrhea, and it can last for months.
They were talking about how it could be like human feces is what they're like. Again, this is not verified or anything. This is just at the beginning of it where they were saying like, oh, you can't wash it off, so just avoid produce. It's just, again, it's the same shit of like the E. coli stuff.
And everything can become a conspiracy where it's like, well, beef prices are at the highest now, so of course they're trying to get you to stop eating vegetables because they're trying to get you to eat more meat.
Yeah.
It's like, that could be completely true. In 6 months, that might come out and be like, Trump bought stock in all the beef companies, and now he made another $3 billion. And meanwhile, his Christian fan base love it.
Even though he's took all their jobs, and now they're all destitute.
I didn't vote for this. Like, yes, you did.
No,
yes, you did.
You just didn't do any research before the election, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but we're just stupid.
But November's coming, guys.
Yeah. by the time this episode comes out, it might be voting time. We might be already under a new regime.
We might be in a better world.
Or worse, somehow. You never know. You never know.
Knock on wood.
But I think we've sweat enough in the fucking sauna.
I feel like I'm seeing tracers on everything. So yeah.
Oh, dude, I got hit in the face a couple weeks ago, and I've kind of had like a little bit of
like
that.
By what?
A fist.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had my apprenticeship interview, and I got this nice haircut that I'm not really keeping up. So, like, I got to put my best foot forward, my best face forward, get a nice haircut. And Jake, you've met Jake, I'm pretty sure, my buddy from Pittsburgh. His band was in town. Well, not in town. They played fucking... Where the hell did they play? Inland. Somewhere. Whatever. They played fucking on Hell's Anus. And I went and watched and got a little too close to the pit. Caught a stray. Ooh. The same day I got this nice haircut the day before my job interview.
Stop the show.
So I got dude. Kanane had the same thing where he's like, I fell at a mosh pit and too many people picked me up. Like, immediately some kid was out of nowhere. He's like, do you need ice? I was just like, no, I'm good. And he's like, I'm going to get you ice.
It's like your trainer.
I'm like, thank you. And yeah, I had a black eye for my interview. And oof. I was like, kind of worried about it, and Charmaine was a sweetheart and didn't like. I was like, I might get my nose rubbed in this one, but I wasn't like in the pit, but I was just like to the side, but I had a hardcore show.
Well, it's also you don't. There's not a line on the ground that says pit here, not here.
Actually, there was.
Oh shit!
It was literally divided by a barrier, but the barrier, it was like the front 2/3 was pit, and the back 1/3 was not pit. And my buddy, like, my friends are from all the way across the country. I'm like, I don't want to fucking stand in the back.
Yeah,
I'll be up front, but off to the side, and I can put my arm up, and I'll be safe enough. Wrong. Just caught a flying fist.
I've had that where it's like, I've just been sitting there like, oh, the pit's, I don't know, 10 feet in front of me. I'm fine. And then all of a sudden I realized, no, this is the pit where I'm standing now. And then I'm just getting pummeled, and I was like, all right, well, I was not expecting this. And my shoes are loosely tied, so I lost those. And now I have to run.
Has anyone seen my glasses or my wallet?
Run to the bar to get some water because I'm sweating and I'm sore.
Why did I do this? I'll just listen. I'll just see the clips online. But yeah, got too close to the action. Flew too close to the sun. Had my interview the next day. And we did not address it.
It was not touched on.
They started the interview with, hey, we only got about 10 minutes, so don't
Hey,
go.
Man, we get a lot of guys in here with black eyes. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm hoping that it set me apart. They were like, who'd you like today? Guy with the black eye.
Yeah.
Like that.
Suffer through it. Didn't even bring it up.
Didn't try to make it a big story or nothing. Just fucking
try to get sympathy out of it.
Nothing. Yeah, so we'll see. I should hear back in a couple weeks or another month because they are not in any rush to let you know if your life just changed. Hey, things are about to get better, kind of. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, you're gonna have a steady paycheck. You might break your back, but you know.
Eventually. You'll have a steady paycheck eventually.
Yeah. So, forget how I got off on that one. Anyway, it's all good now. Just went from black eye to cold sore, and now all
There we
better.
go.
All better. Just been a
Face of the franchise.
hell of a month. Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
can't wait till we do the next one. Catch up on all my misadventures. It's like I'm 41.
They come back half shaved head, like just huge cuts all over your face.
Just new
It's
scar.
been rough.
Yeah, well, took a gig. It was shouldn't have taken it.
Yep.
There are some of those like working on union fucking production jobs. You're like, this is unsafe. Actually,
I've seen those like behind the scenes at Disney World in the 70s. I was like, Jesus Christ, no wonder we have like OSHA now. That is insane. But I'm sure that stuff still happens
all the time.
It's like not even thinking about it.
yeah. I mean,
Hey, you just jump in the front of this front end loader and we'll drive you down the road.
yeah. A lot of the time, people just act like, if people aren't smart enough to be like, I don't know how to use this, and they just jump onto shit, and they're like, fucking, I just did a job, and like somebody had to go to the fucking ER because they sliced open their arm, and just, working at fucking 3 a.m. after they were doing like, a couple people I worked with did 26 hours straight.
Jesus.
And it's like, that shouldn't happen, but still does. And
Yeah.
Because, until somebody says they're not going to do it, everybody just keeps doing it. So,
Yeah.
That was funny, though. Like, we did, it was an overnight, and I got there late. So I worked from 7 till 9 the next morning, and everybody else I was there with had been there before that, and the designer wanted us to keep doing more, and we had a hard out at 4 a.m. and it's 9 a.m. and she still wants us to be doing something. And then at some point, thankfully, somebody was like, "Yeah, we're done. Like we can't.
Yeah.
People are here. It's fucking over. So sorry, but this is
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to be that person.
yeah
To be
and
like,
thank God for him because." I mean, I was done. I was packed up, and I'm like, I gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
If that means I can't work with you again, that's fine. But you didn't sell it real hard
Yeah.
to begin with, so I kind of got. I mean, I literally got called at 4 p.m. that Friday, and I just happened to be available. So, yeah,
Damn.
It was kind of one of those days where you're like, this is. I feel like this could be a short story. You work all night with a crew of people. I went to Langer's in the morning for. Like, it's close enough. And then I didn't realize Langer's is across the street from MacArthur Park, which, if you're not from LA, MacArthur Park is everything people tell you to be scared of LA about. It is.
Yeah.
It is a goddamn nightmare.
They just busted a cartel that had a like system, like basically like a mini mall there, where like you would show up, talk to one person at this one area, and walk down to a tent. And then they'd give you your drugs, and then you would leave. But they got there and they like pulled out like all these assault weapons and like all this shit there.
Jesus Christ.
There's like 50 people involved in this, but like that was basically their setup was in MacArthur
was
Park.
a pop-up tent in MacArthur Park.
Yeah,
And believable because it's just like fentanyl-full nap time all day long. As I parked up the block a little ways and was walking down. And up an alley, dude laid out in the street, shirt off. I thought he was dead, and he might have been dead because there was just like a bunch of people kind of, gathered around him trying to figure out and assess the situation. And I'm like, well, I can't help. They got enough people there.
Yeah.
Scurry. I'm just like, I'm going to go have my fucking deli meat.
yeah. I've had a few of those situations where you park your car and you're walking to a place and you're like, I don't know this neighborhood. Well, it's too late.
Yeah, I had another one. I don't know. I feel like I feel inclined like I should be helping, with things, and I was driving home the other day in Long Beach, and just on Anaheim, a lady was splayed out on the sidewalk, and she had like a little kid with her. I don't want to get I'm cutting this out.
Yeah.
But we'll revamp that. It was sad. It was a sad situation, not one I want to go out with. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have a good one.
no, I mean a fire truck was coming my way, so like I was like, hey, hopefully that they're going to help that person. But
luckily, I've any situation I've had that's like that, it's like I'm the second person there, so it's already.
You don't want to be the first responder.
There was a guy that fell off his bike, and he like. When I came up, it looked like he wasn't moving, and he was like on his face, like on the side of the path. And I was like, Jesus. And I looked around, and there's a girl like calling 911. I was like, all right, now I can go.
Yeah, I really don't like being fresh to the scene. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry this happened, but also like
Just looking down at your phone. I'm getting a call.
Yeah. We want to camp. I think maybe the first time Charmaine and I went camping, that we came up on a semi truck that had gotten in a wreck, and we were like pretty close right after, and to the point where I had to slam on the brakes to slow down. Saw what was happening, and I'm like, am I supposed to stop? Like, they're out of the car, they're talking to each other, or just keep going?
Yeah.
But like, probably the right thing would have been to stop.
But it's also like, if I was in a situation where I got in an accident and I'm talking to the person, like everyone's fine, there's no one hurt. Like, I wouldn't want just some rubbernecker to come up and be like,
I have no medical training, and
hey, what happened here? Hey,
let's get more cooks in this kitchen.
I got a slow day. What's going on?
I want to get some Instagram content.
Yeah.
Right, but help people how you can. Yeah, but if you can't help them, get the fuck out of the way. That's the message. I guess.
Stay out of the way for people that can actually help.
Make way for the experts.
Yeah,
and realize
that should be the tagline for our podcast.
Yeah, that'll be the title episode.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good place to end. Make way for the experts. See you next time.
Cheers.